everyone. It's Rebecca Sage. I wanted to share a little bit about my book with you today. I published this book in 2002, The Soul Detective. Quickly find the spiritual root cause of any physical, emotional, or mental problem in 4 simple steps. Rebecca Sage is known as the Soul Detective. She can help discover the source of any problem by communicating with the soul and the body to find the origin of the stuck emotion in the nervous system. In this book, Rebecca will show you a technique that she has been studying, practicing, and fine-tuning since 2007. She calls it ERT, Emotional Release Technique. This is an easy 4-step process that can work for anyone and in any situation to release trapped or stuck emotion, and give their body full permission to return to its original integrity. These emotions can be related to past trauma, negative beliefs, negative programming, generational patterns, self-sabotaging behaviors, addictions, and any physical pain or problems that you are experiencing today. Rebecca developed this technique by using a combination of life coaching, guided meditation, remote viewing, astral projection or astral travel, time travel, telepathy, communication with the spirit world, communication with your body, and using your intuition and imagination to help you quickly find peace and clarity in any situation. And this is my quote: I believe the future of all medicine is self-healing. And then you can go to my website, RebeccaSage.com, to learn more about me. This book is available on Amazon. It's $11.11. So this book is a very short book. It doesn't even have a spine. It's 33 pages long. But over a period of 17-year journey, as a life coach and working in Sedona, one of the most spiritual meccas of the world. People come there from all over the world for some kind of spiritual healing or guidance. And I started off as a Vortex tour guide and learning about that and sharing that with others and helping others heal in that vortex energy, which was very powerful, very amplifying. Boy, did I learn a lot working with hundreds of people. In 2007, in 2007, I went to the Southwestern Institute of Healing Arts in Tempe to get my life coach certification. And in 2008, I got my corporate coaching certification. And I fell in love. This became my passion. And then I started working for a mom and pop retreat business in Sedona. And they started to show me different tools to use to help people heal and find inner guidance. And one of the tools they helped me learn was the animal messages cards, using the animal cards. And so that's how I started my journey of using cards for divination. And that really helped me to learn how to use my imagination more and trust my intuition more. Mostly trust my intuition more. And that's what divination is these are just tools to help you learn to strengthen, deepen your intuition more. So then I went on to learning more about the Native American medicine wheel, the Celtic traditions, the shamanic journey with drumming and guided meditation. I learned so many different tools and techniques. I learned kinesiology. I mean, I think I had a list of them at one point, but ultimately, what led me to write this book was a technique that I learned called soul retrieval. And it's a process where you would help somebody retrieve a part of their soul that was lost or damaged during some, traumatic event in their life. And then I would go on to study and practice shamanism and teach it eventually. So, after working with so many people over the years, I started to recognize a pattern that I was doing with a process that I was doing with each person, even though their story, their emotions, their situations were different. The process that I would use for them became the same. And I was able to narrow it down into a 4-step process. And that process is described here in this book. And to start with, I go over a few different tools and techniques that I used in my process, like the passing the intro, going to these different techniques that I would use: life coaching, guided meditation, remote viewing, astral projection, time travel, telepathy, intuition. And I talk about a few different things: ego, imagination, the soul's journey itself, um, what causes power loss, and symptoms and emotions of power loss, situations that may cause power loss. I did such an in-depth study. Addictions caused by power loss. So if you have any of these addictions: alcohol, gambling, illegal drugs, overeating, prescription medication, sex or porn, social media overuse, working too much, nicotine, then you may be experiencing some type of power loss, because these help you numb the emotions that are associated with it. Another topic here on negative beliefs, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and a spiritual diagnosis. So this is a study of an alphabetical list of different physical, mental, or emotional problems and what their spiritual meaning are. Different case studies that I've witnessed myself. And that's a couple pages long. And then it goes on to the 4-step process. So step 1 is identifying the problem. That's usually the easiest step. Step 2 is identifying the emotions. That's pretty easy too. Step 3 might be the hardest step, or the longest, most in-depth step, is remembering. And then step 4 is returning. So I'm very to the point in the description here. And this is based off working with hundreds of people. Most common, general process. And then manifesting and positive affirmations. So I've added a few case studies here that were pretty powerful after having the session. And then a little bit about me, and in the back of the book, I put that there were training and certifications online available. Right now, they're not available. I've taken a break because that was a lot of work. Doing all this for so long. So I've taken a break, and some of you may know that I actually opened a clothing boutique in my hometown just to sort of get grounded and recalibrate, while being able to, have income coming in. I'm to an age now where I can't work for someone else. I have to work for myself. It's just who I am. I can work with other people okay, but I can't work for someone. So I opened my clothing store in June of last year, which was 2024. Um, so this part of me is resurfacing recently, and some of you may know that I just started uploading videos to my YouTube channel again, and this time I'm very devoted, dedicated to growing the channel and sharing my wisdom and teachings with you of all that I've learned. And someday I may publish my other book. It's kind of like a autobiography of my life and how I became who I am. It's called The Journey of a Modern Day Medicine Woman. I will someday publish that book. It's just with my, personality. It's hard for me to write, to sit down and focus and write, but I'm getting there. So I'll get to that book eventually. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. And I am offering private sessions. You can contact me through my website. My email is there. It will be in the link in this video. And I can work over the phone. So I can I can do this over the phone, yes. It's actually quite easy. So, and then eventually I feel like I want to, expand in different ways. Not quite sure what that looks like yet, but I do see myself teaching, the things that I've learned, continuing to do the readings. I just love playing with the cards and, trying to help people figure things out in a spiritual way, hence the Soul Detective. How did I come up with the name of that name for the book? I was in session with a client one day, and often when I worked for this company in Sedona, I would do sessions for people that I never met before, and I had an hour and a half to do this session with them. So I'm sure you can imagine I had to learn to act quick on my feet. But it became easy over time, and I just dove right in with them, and they seemed to trust me. So after a session one day, this man was like, "Wow, you're like a soul detective." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's it. That's what I have to name my book." And so that's what I named the YouTube channel, and my Facebook page is called The Soul Detective. So make sure to follow me on those two different in those two different ways if you like my work and you want to, continue my journey with me. So let's see. So yeah, that's it for the book. If you have any other questions, or if you've read the book and you have, anything you want to share, please leave a comment in the comments so other people can benefit from the questions as well. And when I re-upload, launch, I guess you could say, the teachings, I will notify you here. So you will be the first to know the online course. It's going to be how to actually do this session, practice this session as a practitioner, the ERT session, emotional release technique or soul retrieval. And it will include a little bit of all the things that I've mentioned here, the little bit of life coaching, and some of the different other tools that I use, how to read the cards. So it's going to be pretty fun, exciting. And then I do imagine someday that I will be offering personal and possibly group retreats. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for being here, watching this video to the end. I love you all, and I look forward to sharing with you in the next video.